incredible black stretchy pants. We're incredibly passionate about yoga and running, and we actually pay for our people to go to yoga and fitness classes. Pretty cool, right? When you go into our stores, you'll know that they're incredibly bright, they're fun, and they're welcoming. And at Lululemon, our people are our most important resource. They are our brand ambassadors and our recruiters. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. So, a little bit about my story. A little bit of a unique one on how I ended up at Lululemon, but it's actually a perfect example of how we are out there every day recruiting and hiring our people. So, it all started for me in 2012, where I'm working for a really large global corporate firm. I'm not connected to the bigger picture. I'm on my way to climbing the corporate ladder, yet I felt miserable. So I came across this brand called Lululemon, and I was intrigued. I wanted to know more. So I'm at this Halloween party, and I'm talking to the general manager of Lululemon. I remember having a conversation with her about development and how they really develop their people and how their people are really connected to the core values of their business. And I remember walking away from that conversation with the general manager thinking, I need to talk to this woman again and I'm going to work for this business. So I set myself a goal. I was going to set up the first Australia and New Zealand HRT. So before I know it, I'm on yoga dates with many people in the business, and I'm having coffee on the couch of the CEO's house, and he's talking about this incredible brand that he's so passionate about. So, fast forward a few months, and I get hired into the role. And this is not uncommon at Lululemon. This is actually, there's many, many stories similar to my own. So, I want to fast forward now 3 years. And I'm here in front of you today, on this stage. And it's actually a perfect example of Lululemon's culture at work. I set myself a 1-year goal. I was going to become a regular public speaker. So I actually was having lunch with Simon, who's our relationship manager, who was on the stage earlier before. And I said to him and declared that goal over lunch. And before I knew it, I'm here in front of you today, doing one thing a day that scares me. So, our secret recruiting strategy and employer brand lives in every hire we make. It's all about hiring for culture fit, and we're clear on exactly what that means. We're developing leaders in the world. We're not just looking at their careers, we're looking at whole people. And it's about having fun. This is one of our core values, and this is who we show up as a brand. So how do we do this? We do this through our people. We spend more time at work than anywhere else. So people want to work for a company where they feel connected to the core values, connected to what that business is really up to. It's about integrating their lifestyle and their core values into the business. And this all starts for us in the recruiting process. We are uncompromising for hiring for culture fit. We look at somebody's potential to grow rather than just strictly experience. And when I say culture fit, what I mean by this is that the person's values matches up with those of the business. We hire athletes. When I say athletes, I'm not talking about your typical Olympic athlete. I'm talking about people who are living a healthy life. They're active, they're driven, they go after their goals. We hire people who are balanced. They're integrating their work into their life. And when you've got people in your business that are balanced and loving their jobs, this is going to translate into what they bring to their job every day. And Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, said it beautifully. It's all about hiring the right people on the right seats. And once you've got them on the right seats of the bus, It's about getting everyone on that bus going in the right direction. Goal setting. We have a culture of goal setting at Lululemon. Everybody in the company creates a 10-year vision of a life that they love. They set 1 year, 5 year, and 10-year goals in 3 areas of their life. That's career, health, and personal. Everybody posts them in our stores, in the office walls. We share them, we talk about them, and that allows us to be connected and support each other in reaching our goals. One thing that I still find crazy, and I've been with the business for 3 years, is that it's okay to put on there that you don't want to work for Lululemon in 2 years' time. It's okay, as long as we're here to support you and getting the skills and giving you the experience of why you're there, and we hope that you take that with you wherever you're going. And when you've got people around you achieving amazing things, then that's going to attract more people to want to come and work for you. The Get Attracted monthly walk happens in every major city at Lululemon. It's all about people coming along and meeting us at a beautiful location in Melbourne, Sydney. For example, the Botanical Gardens in Melbourne, where you get to come along and talk to a recruiter or somebody in our business, face to face, real people with real stories. It's an opportunity to connect with someone and share their experiences. They get out of bed early in the morning to go on these walkouts. Our people get out of bed to talk about what it is that they love about their job at Lululemon. The Night of Possibilities is an attraction event where we bring people together in one room, and our people are telling their incredible, inspiring stories. Whether it's a goal that they've crushed, or maybe it's their leadership journey that they've been on since they've started at Lululemon. What we hope to achieve out of these events is people walk away inspired to be in action. Maybe it's around a goal that they've been contemplating for some time. Maybe it's a career change. Or maybe it's even working for us at Lululemon. And this is our opportunity to build future pipeline, because everyone in our business is responsible for recruiting and developing their own successor. LinkedIn. What an incredibly powerful attraction and recruitment tool. So we really leverage this in terms of our people and who they're connected to. We train our people to create a profile that really speaks to who they are as a person. So you'll notice up there my profile on a yoga mat doing something that I love. Maybe for you it might be walking your dog on the beach or climbing that mountaintop. We ask them to write in their summary profile and share with everybody what it is that gets them out of bed every day. What are they passionate about, and what is it that they love about their job at Lululemon? Some companies would have a fear around putting their people out there. But we truly believe that if you're engaging your people and they're loving their jobs, then they're going to stay. And really, when you look at it, it comes back to choice. Fun. We always make time for fun. This is who we are as a brand, and it's one of our core values. We know that this has a positive impact on engagement, law of attraction, and it doesn't always have to have a return on investment or a KPI attached to it. We do it because we show up in our communities as an authentic brand who doesn't take ourselves too seriously. We're happy to poke a little bit of fun at ourselves. Developing leaders in the world. So once we've hired these incredibly smart people, it's now time to develop them. So how we do this at Lululemon, some examples are our annual leadership conference. We get together every single leader in our business for 2 days, where they get to sweat together, do some yoga, They learn about personal and professional development. The practices of leadership, where we teach our people around agility, collaboration, communication. We have a culture of entrepreneurs. Our store managers run their stores as if they were their own businesses. They're empowered to make their own decisions around hiring, developing their own people, inventory, visual merchandise, how their windows look in their communities. They're also empowered to make decisions, and sometimes this means failing and making mistakes. And this is okay. As long as they learn from it and grow and develop, we're okay. And when you've got people who are empowered to make decisions and take risks, then they're going to be engaged and loving their jobs, and that's going to make them want to stay. Results. They speak for themselves. We're on our way to becoming a $1.7 billion business this year. We've got huge global expansion on the cards. The number one reason that people are leaving our business right now is to pursue goals. And they're staying beyond the first 6 months, which is telling us that we're getting that cultural fit right. It still doesn't come without its opportunities. At the end of the day, we are retail, and because of that industry, we do have people that leave us. But as I said, as long as they take what they've learnt through their leadership and their experiences and take our culture to their next role, to their next company, or maybe they go up and set their own business up, as long as they share a little bit of what we're about. So to wrap things up, at Lululemon, our people are our brand ambassadors and our recruiters. We hire for culture fit, and we've got our future vision in mind. We're developing leaders in the world, and we always make time for fun. We do this because we know it has an impact on engagement. We're running right now like no other business, and I hope that you walk away from what I've shared with you today inspired to do things a little bit differently, because we do. Thank you.
All right, thank you both, Brie and Amanda, for so generously sharing your stories with us. Now I'll have to open up to you guys in the audience. Does anybody have any questions for either of the two guys up here on stage? Anything in relation to their presentations or businesses or social strategies or whatever it might be? Yeah, one in the front here, I think, for the roving mic.
Hi, what sorts of things are you doing with your staff to ensure that they are good brand ambassadors and that they know what that means?
Absolutely, great question. So for us, it's definitely, getting clear on exactly the profile of who we're looking for. Getting really clear on what it means to be an athlete, what it means to be an entrepreneur, and getting really clear on that helps our people feel enrolled and exactly who that person looks like. So if they're at a cafe or at the beach with a friend and they get chatting to someone, they know exactly this is the person we're looking for, and they have that conversation with them.
For us, it's really about linking it back to our corporate strategy. So it's tying back in of these are our values, and so that we need you to be living and breathing these values. But also, as mentioned, we have an ambassador program, and for that program we do have not training, but it's more about education of what those expectations are, but then also some examples of what they can do to be a great brand ambassador. We have our bloggers that we have meetups with and do share, I guess, examples of great work that people are doing to help excite and encourage people to get involved as well.
Yeah, one just here in the third row, I believe.
Hi, I was just wondering, you're saying you've got really good brand ambassadors across both your organisations, and I was just wondering what you do to reward those people and what your referral programs are at both your organisations.
I'll go. pains me to say, we don't actually have an employee referral program at Telstra, or not an official one anyway. But that doesn't mean we actually don't get referrals. And about 40% of our hires are made through referrals. So that is already there, I guess, that culture to refer. But for us, it is more around the pride. And our people already have that pride. They're very passionate, Telstra proud people that is alive and well. So by being able to put these people up on a pedestal, externally, it's amazing for their personal brands. But internally as well, it's great. And our people, our ambassadors do constantly come and talk to us about the opportunities that has created for them. So whilst there's no, obviously, monetary or any other sort of, I guess, obvious reward, it's, I think, a lot more of an intrinsic reward that I guess we offer our people.
And I think we're absolutely similar. I'll echo what Brie said. We do have a referral program, but people don't seem to take it up. Like, we're happy to reward them with money and other things, but it's all about, once again, being incredibly passionate about this brand and this culture that they want to share it with their friends and family. They want everyone they know to work for this business. So we don't have to necessarily reward them with money and other things.
Any final questions? Probably about 1 minute to go, so we'd love to hear one more. Here we go.
Just a quick question, and Brie, it's probably more for you. How closely related do you think is the perception of your employment brand to the public perception of your product brand or your corporate brand?
Look, very much know that Telstra isn't loved necessarily as a consumer brand. And I'm very excited with early results, but we've just done a study, which we hadn't done anything for our employment brand measure for 5 years, and I've just done another one externally. We've come a long way in increasing our perception as an employer. We're now, I'm quite excited that about 60% of the external marketplace actually would consider us as an employer. I hope I'm not quoting the wrong stats, but I think that's actually moved a lot further than what we have had with our consumer brand. So I'm quite excited about that one.
Good. I think that about wraps up our session. That's unfortunately what we've got time for right now, but both Brie and Amanda will be holding office at the after party this afternoon, so I'd love for you guys to connect with them and ask further questions then.